Hello Trooper, I'm Marshal Commander CC 1508 Colbalt, and today we've got a bit of a different video, and that is an update and roadmap video. I've been wanting to make this for a while and just haven't had the time until now, so let's get right into this. So we're going to first start on updates to basically our games, and then we'll talk about roadmap, so what myself and Stitches plan on doing in the future. Let's get right into this. So updates that are recent are more helmets. We have more helmets in the game. They will be in the custom area. So around phase 1 and phase 2. So in that area you'll see there's a few more, like Apo's helmet is now customizable, Commander Wolf's is customizable, Doom's unit is customizable, and there's a whole load more customizable helmets. And I have to admit, they look absolutely beautiful, and we really hope that you enjoy, colouring them and making them how you want to be. Another update that we do have to the game is that of other weapons. So we've added a few more weapons to the game and a few more tools, like a meal tray. We've added Z6, 15S, DC-15S, and we've added a few more different tools, including a medkit and a flashlight, which was heavily requested by Preacher. So I think I got that right. I do apologise if I'm naming the wrong 18th clone, but we have added a flashlight to the game, and I have to admit, it's very fun to use. Another update we do have to the game is that of Mustafa, and obviously that video has been released already. There's also Hoth, that video is soon to come, and Mon Calamari has also been released. Or Mon Cala. My apologies for the wrong name of the planet. But Mon Cala also has been released. I just need to make the video of it, and we're just adding a few tweaks. Anyway, let's talk about roadmap, because we have a lot to cover. We do have a lot to cover. And especially with the likes of what has happened recently on Roblox with, as we know, Cole's admin just being a bit temperamental, which has caused us to just have a little bit of problems, and meaning that 1 or 2 games have been lost, meaning we have to redo them. So let's talk first about the first thing and the highest priority and what we're working on right now as of this moment. Let's go right into this. So that is Magneto. That planet that we saw Candy Bundy die in Order 66 where Bakara mercilessly shot him down. Yeah, we're working on that planet. And we've probably worked on that planet for a bit of time now. We originally had a Magneto game, but we felt with our recent games, and just the quality that they've been and how much better they've been compared to the Magneto game that we first made. Our first ever game on Roblox was Magneto. And we just feel it doesn't represent us. It doesn't represent what we want it to be. It's not very big, it's quite small map-wise. Its main features are a Luke, Hulk, Venator. They were the first time we ever implemented them into a game. And then its map itself is heavily inspired by Battlefront 2. It's a lovely map, but it's very small. There's no interiors, and once you've gone around it once, that's kind of it. There's not much depth to the map, and we felt like, okay, we need to revisit this because Magneto is just a lovely planet. And also, we can make a really good Magneto map, and that's what we want to do. So that's currently our top priority, and that is actually coming out soon. That's in its final stage of development. We're really excited. We've used a few different features, and we've used similar, stuff from what we did with Camino. We've used that a little bit of help texture-wise. We've had influences from what we see in the films, and then also what we see in Battlefront 2 and sources we could find. And I do have to admit, it does look very good. Don't take my word for it, obviously, because, we all have our own opinions on it. So, in my opinion, it looks great. But when you play it, I hope you enjoy it. Up next, and the second priority on the list, is the Spawn update. We are redoing Spawn. That will basically just be released after Magneto. It's pretty short. Not too much there. But as you'll see, you can see this nice planet of Geonosis. Yeah. Let's talk about Geo. So, really, there's not much other to say. We're basically redoing Geonosis. We love our Geonosis map. We do enjoy it. It's a great map. We really do like it. There's just one problem. It's not too much Geonosis-like. We feel it's a good map for what it is, especially being the second map we ever made. And it's had some nice recent updates, which I haven't listed in this video because we're going to be redoing the game, so there's no point really talking about them if we're just going to be redoing it. So what you'll see in the new update will be there's likely going to be no loot crawl. We're going to have just the CIS capital ship, the core ship, on the ground. So, mimicking Republic Commando. It's likely that there might not be the Venator because of space. We don't want to make it that so much space of the game, as in like storage. We don't want a lot of storage of the game to be just taken up by the Venator, so mobile players crash. We don't want that. And we're going to be doing a little bit more Geonosis features, so the likes of an acclimator maybe, or the Geonosis factory we might be adding, and just make it feel more like Geonosis. What we've got is essentially a large map, but it looks small because there's a lot of different places into it. We have the valley, we have the lower sections, we've got the mid section, and we've got the place around the core ship. And we just feel it's good, but it isn't very big for what we want it to be. This is Geonosis, we're talking Geonosis 1 and 2, two big battles, and two that a lot of players like to play. And we just feel the map isn't where we would like it to be for a Geonosis map. So, simply we're redoing it. Now that is a big priority, don't get me wrong. And that will pretty much be worked on once the spawn update is done. And it will take top priority. Anyway, next on the list is that Wookiee in the room, Kashyyyk. We do like our Kashyyyk game. I haven't made a video of it yet, and that's because we are also redoing it soon. That will probably happen after Geonosis, and also you're probably going to notice with this updates and roadmap, a lot of the roadmap are redoing planets or adding features to them. That's kind of the main thing. Now, we do want to go back and revisit Kashyyyk because our Kashyyyk map, we feel just isn't very accurate. And so because of that, we just want to make it a little bit more accurate, make it just feel a little bit more like Kashyyyk. Yeah, it's nailed it. The Kashyyyk map is great fun. I absolutely love playing on it. But we do just feel it might be time just to revisit it and just change it a few ways, make it just feel that little bit more like Kashyyyk, and just, make it look like what we see in the films and in the series, just so it's more accurate. And we are going to be making it a little bit like Republic Commando. We're going to use that for our influences, and also what we see in the films, so that nice beachline, shoreline shot that we see in the films. We're going to try maybe see what we can do in recreating that, but yeah, Kashyyyk will be redone in time. The next thing is really short, a little update that will happen to Umbara. It's pretty small, it's going to be a very small touch-up, and it's really just going to be adding terrain. So our Umbara map, we love, it's great, we absolutely love it. We just want to add a few more plants, fauna, and just make it feel, just really touch up the terrain of it. So that's really all about Umbara. And then the next thing is Ryloth. We do have a Ryloth game, but I haven't made a video of it yet, and it's still kind of in development. It's out, but we still got features that we want to work onto it, like the Ryloth capital, and we want to see if we can add that in there. So we're going to try to add some stuff to Ryloth, and that'll be another thing on the roadmap, and that will hopefully come soon. All these things, I cannot give you an approximate or estimated time for these because I just don't know. We put so much work into this, and there's so many different things we're trying to do. If there's ever a bug, we have to fix that, and that has to then take top priority, which is why my Gito's taking so long, because there's been things and obstacles in the way, whether it be IRL stuff, or just generally things we have to fix, or the whole chaos that was happening on Roblox last week. So there have been challenges along the way, and that's why I cannot give you an approximate time for when these are, because it is just Stitches coding all this, and he does an absolutely amazing job. Anyway, up next is something that's been heavily requested, Hub World. Yeah, we are working on that. We are, but it's not our top priority at the moment because we have Magito and these other maps. But once we've figured out what we want to actually do with the Hub World, you can absolutely bet it will be out very quickly. Next up is a little update when it regards to Felucia. This is more just an update rather than Felucia in general, but we have added the Sarlacc pit to Felucia. But the reason why I'm adding it here is we might, once everything's calmed down and we've got most of the things out of the way, we might make a Felucian marshland, just an entire game of that, because we just feel it could be lovely, Felucian marsh, really make it feel that dense, kind of a little bit like Umbara, just with a lot more plants and a lot more lifelike. Anyway, the next thing is more colours to the game, so more colours that you can add to your armour, so different shades and tones is really all that's about. That will come soon. Heavily requested, more guns and weapons. We are working on that, but they're not our top priority at the moment. Maps are, and obviously having to focus on Magito, Geonosis, Kashyyyk. Those are our top priorities. We will work on weapons and tools, and we do this from time to time. We do release them, so whenever I, say them, yeah. When we add them, they will be there. We are working on them slowly, but they're not our top priority. But we will have more weapons and tools in the game soon. Finally, it's really just new planets that will obviously come at some point, so different planets. Caton and Moidia, I can tell you that will happen at some point. We do look forward to making that, and a few other planets. But then we have to talk about the other sort of side of things when it comes to the roadmap. And we will soon start working on Galactic Civil War planets. We are going to start working on a Galactic Civil War space game, so Star Destroyers, Mon Cala cruisers. At some point we will start transitioning to those sort of games and making those in. We do have flyable X-Wings, Y-Wings, TIE Fighters, TIE Interceptors, we do have those. And we do want to start making a few more games that really use them. So soon, at some point in time, I don't exactly know when, as always, we will start transitioning to these Galactic Civil War games. And we do look forward to making them. But anyway, guys, that does complete the roadmap as it is. If you have anything that you want us to maybe try and look into or add, there's a place in the server down below, always server linked down below. There is a channel and it's called Game Suggestions, or if you have to report a bug, there's Bug Report. As always, we hope you enjoy these games, and we hope this update kind of helps you just get your head around what's going to be added soon. We'll see you next time, and may the force be with you.